Hey, what's up, everybody? So, getting into today's episode of The Young and the Restless. So, what happened was we started off with Victoria and Nikki. Victoria was ripping into Nikki about keeping Victor's secret, and she's saying that she knows Nikki despises Nate. Nikki's like, I don't despise him. I just don't trust him. He was trying to get your father sent away. So Victor had his reasons to do that, but I did not agree with his methods. I did not want to go along with it. I expressed myself to Victor multiple times that I didn't approve of his plan. He doesn't run it all by me, but when he told me, I did think about what Nate could have done, so I stayed quiet about it because it's plausible that you would have ran and told Nate. And um, Victoria's like, no, how could you not tell me? Um, just ripping, just continued to rip into Nikki some more about not telling her. But as much as I really hate Nikki Newman. I feel that she did the right thing by not telling Victoria anything. Because look at how Victoria's acting now, like a huge child. So she would have definitely ran to Nate. That would have ruined that plan. So it is what it is. Nikki did the right thing for once. But Claire interrupted them, so Victoria ran off. And Claire told Nikki a sob story about her aunt breaking her arm, so she needs to go back to Oregon for a few days. So, and then she was like, telling her that her aunt is a huge fan of Nikki Newman, all what she accomplished over the years. And she wants to meet Nikki. And Nikki said, "You know what? I'll give you a ride on the Newman jet since I have to go. Since she's trying to go visit her sister." So it worked. It works itself out. So she's happy. They're happy. And Nikki is falling right into Claire's trap. Because Claire had that evil look on her eyes, and we saw the promos for this week. It's going to get good. I don't feel bad for Nikki at all. This is karma coming to get her for being such a snob, but it is what it is. And I'm very much looking forward to watching this play out. It's going to be a good week. Still smiling. Just, yeah. But let's move on to Victor and Adam. Adam was just like, I'm not mad at you. You did what you had to do, because we all knew that was Nate's plan to do that, and I get why you don't trust me. But I ain't mad at you. I'm more impressed. But Adam confessed to Victor. He said, "Look, I did want to get back at you for firing me, and so I just wanted to talk my way in and then strike at you later. That's why I did that." Victor's like, "Oh, well, I had my suspicions of that, though, but I'm glad you did the right thing in the end." But bottom line is Adam wants to know what's the plan, because now he's no longer interested in faking of being an assistant, because he has years and years of experience, plus the education background. So he finds it ridiculous, the idea of being an assistant. So he wants to know what Victor's plans for him is. And then Victor's like, "Well, I haven't decided yet, and I'm still waiting on Nick's decision if he wants to come back to the company or not." And Adam's like, "It doesn't matter how many times I prove myself to you that I'm always going to be last in place when it comes to third in line when it comes to Nick and Victoria, huh?" Victor's like, "What do you think?" And then Adam's like, "It doesn't really matter what I think anyways. I'll just keep it moving. But let me know what you decide." So Nick and Sharon are talking. Nick was catching Sharon up about that Adam wasn't the one that fell into the trap. It was Nate. So he's happy that Nate is gone, as he's never liked or trusted Nate. And then Sharon was like, "Oh, I don't know. Nate is a doctor. Was a doctor. He would never take advantage of Victor's health like that, unless if he thought that was. He must have thought genuinely that was a good idea." But Nick is like, "Come on, Sharon. He's not a doctor anymore, so let's not play naive. That was certainly his plan. He's proven that he was ruthless. But look at what he did at Chancellor Winters. So, but Nick is gearing towards going back to Newman. Pretty much, he says he feels it's his job to protect his family. Since Victoria is in meltdown mode, and he doesn't trust Adam, and he feels nobody else has Victor's back except for him and his mother. So he's leaning towards coming back. But Sharon's like, I could run Kirsten by myself without you. So if you want to go back to your family company, then be my guest. I'll be fine. And of course, I'm still gonna come to you for advice for stuff. And then Nick's like, "Oh yeah, you better." That was a nice moment. And then Nick and Adam bumped into each other, where Adam was like, so now that you see that I didn't fall for that trap. And Nick's like, "Yep, I can see your behavior is decent for now, but my guard is always going to be up when it comes to you. So I don't trust you." And that typical Nick. He's so superior to Adam in every way in his mind. But Adam's like, "Look, yeah, but I know. That's just what you're gonna do. It doesn't matter when you and Victoria mess up. There's circumstances or extenuating circumstances, or you just were forced into it. But when I screw up, that just proves I'm a monster, right?" And Nick's like, "Well, then we should stop talking to each other." And then Adam's like, "Okay, then let me just ask you, are you going to come back to Newman Enterprises or not?" Nick's like, "Well, that's personal. I would rather keep that between me and Dad, and I'll keep, and I love the idea of keeping you guessing." Adam's just like, just can't catch what he does. He can't catch a break. He just can't. It's crazy. But it was what it was. And then Nick met up with Victoria, and Victoria was like, she's still upset that she can't reach Nate. And Nick's like, "You just gotta let this go. It is what it is." And Victoria's like, "I don't know where Nate moves forward. Does he try to fight for his job back at Newman, or does he go to back to Chancellor Winters?" Nick's like, "Please, like they even want him back? Do they even want him back there?" He was like, I don't know. This is what it is." And then Victor met up with Nikki, and Nikki was nagging at him about, "Oh, well, you might have pushed Victoria too far. She might leave the company, or worse, turn against you forever." Victor's like, "It is what it. I don't care about her temper tantrums. I did what I had to do for my company." But Nikki was telling Victor that, it's a good thing that she's going for this trip for her sister. And how. So they were explaining away Nikki's absence, and Victor's cool with it. He wants her to go have fun with Colleen and meet Claire's aunt, and just don't worry about it. Victor will take care of it. And that was pretty much everything in today's episode. Let me know what you thought about today's episode in the comment section below, and I will see you all later. Peace.